Daniel, hey, congratulations for American Born Chinese.
Thanks so much, Gig. Nice to meet you.
It is nice to meet you too. And we have to ask is what initially drew you to this television series?
A whole bunch of factors, but I think probably one of the main kind of motivating factors was getting a chance to work with Michelle. I worked with her. I mean, I've known her for over 20 something years now, and we've came really close to working together, but not. And so when I found out that she was going to be in this, I texted her right away. I was like, "Are you really doing this?" And she said, "Yeah." And she's like, "You better be coming." She's like, "Get your ass down here." I'm like, "Okay." So that's kind of was the windfall that made me want to do it. But there were so many other aspects. The original source material, American Born Chinese, is an incredible piece of writing, incredible graphic novel that, kids have been studying for quite some time now. And I actually saw it because my nephews were studying it in school, and it was in their house one day, and I picked it up and started reading it. And I'm like, wow, this is an incredible thing to see here, to kind of document our experiences growing up Asian American in a graphic novel form. And then the other aspect was the kind of adaptation that Kelvin Yu came up with Gene, and how to bring this kind of abstract story to life on screen, and how to integrate these three kind of disparate storylines and make them one cohesive whole was really interesting. And I think Kelvin did an amazing job. The scripts were amazing. And then the rest of the team, like all the other people involved, it was just dying to work with these people, because all of them are just been doing amazing work on their own, and we're all coming together in a kind of Avengers moment to do this one cool Asian American project.
It is an amazing project. I do have to admit, the character you play, the Monkey King. For some of us, we always know the Monkey King tend to be very silly and jokingly and so on.
Yeah.
But this Monkey King seemed to be much more serious. Is it because adulthood and fatherhood?
Yep, absolutely. I mean, I think that's one aspect of the character that I wanted to take a fresh take on, because we're so used to the iconic Monkey King that we see in the Journey to the West story of, like you said, being rebellious and, stubborn and all that kind of stuff. And to see him older as a father and kind of dealing with a real life situation of like, how do you raise your kids, right? And even though it's a mythological heaven situation here, he's still got to deal with those kind of issues. The relationship between father and son, or parent and child, is always a tenuous one, right? And I thought that aspect of the script was really interesting to me, and a totally fresh take. And so it was cool to me because I get to play in episode 4. I get to play the older, the younger Sun Wukong, and the kind of one that we're familiar with. But then you also get to see this more mature one who's got responsibilities, and this son that's acting, a little crazy, but is also acting like he did when he was younger. And whether he reels that in or not, or like, how does he control all of that, made it really kind of real for me, because I'm dealing with that in my real life too, with a child of my own, And so I thought that was a really cool moment that, Kelvin kind of developed with the character to make it relatable.
And one more thing, Daniel, because you've been in productions here on the American side and over there in China. What's the big difference between productions over here and over there, to you?
To me, I mean, like, first of all, growing up in Asia, on film sets in Asia, was a real big blessing for me, because I was able to play characters not based on race at all. So I wasn't that one Asian American actor fighting for that one role that every other Asian American actor was fighting for, And so I was able to grow and find my creative identity through all of that. And so that was hugely different. Just not being a minority on set is like a whole different thing. And then I think the biggest difference is that in Asia, it's very director driven, a lot of projects. And so you don't have that situation where there's like producers and writers and all these people on set, and everyone's dealing with a like very compartmentalized part of the project. It's all led by the director, and that's kind of cool and refreshing. And I really like that kind of relationship. But it's also very different working here on especially on television, where it is a multi-headed dragon, and you've kind of got to navigate through all of that. And I think American Born Chinese is a really cool melding of both worlds in that way, and that we have cast and crew members that are from Asia, and we have cast and crew members that are from the United States and other parts of the world coming together to work on this project, and kind of really bringing the best of what they know of filmmaking to this one project. And I think that really created a cool dynamic.
It's a beautiful project. Daniel, thank you very much for carrying this conversation with us.
All right.
To meet you. Thank you.
Take care. Nice meeting you.